Greetings, learners or viewers. This is Ibrahim Jame, MO2S. As you can see, this is my channel name. We also have another interesting questions on the approximations, that is place values. But our main target is what? Significant figures. I'm gonna show you a trick on how to solve out or distinguish between significant and decimal places. Now, significant simply means important, important figures. So here, this question, it is absolutely critical if you observe it very well. So like the mistake that students normally do, they will start counting from this zero here, which is very wrong. So significance, all natural numbers are all significant. They are all significant. The natural numbers start from 1, 2, 3, it goes on. Positive number integers. But now, these zeros here, they are whole numbers. Though they are numbers, but they are whole numbers. So here, these zeros, you cannot classify them as what? Significant. The reason is, zero can only be significant under approximation. It can only be significant when it is in between natural numbers. I don't know whether you are getting this point. Zero can only be significant if it is in between natural numbers. But if you observe this question very well, this zero here, it is these two zeros, they are not in between natural numbers. As I told you, natural numbers start from 1, 2, 3, it goes on. So now, we cannot start counting from this starting zero here. These two zeros, they are not important. You cannot classify them as significant. So we'll start counting from these two here. So, but they say how many significant places? 2 significant places. This is my 1 significant place. This is my 2 significant. So 2 significant place falls under what? It falls under this 5 here. So you trace a line under 5. The 2 significant figures falls under this 5 here. This is 1 significant and this is 2 significant. Now, you check the number next to it. This is our point of concentration now. The number next to it, which is this, is 9. So if the number next to it, next to the point of concentration, is 5 or more than 5. If it is 5 or more than 5, we round up. That is, we add 1 to this 5 here. To the number that you underline. Now, if that number next to it is less than 5, let's say 4, 3, 2 goes down, we have negative values, or let's say negative values. So we round down, we just leave it like that. We do not add 1 to 5, we just leave it like that. Yes, but here this is 9, it's more than 5, meaning we are going to add 1 to this 5. That will be 1 plus 5, that gives us 6. Now, to correct this, we say this is 0.02. Now, this 5 has now changed to 6 because we rounded up. That will now 6. Now, the number after the point of concentration, we represent it as what? As 0. So this is my number 2 significant figure for this. We have now corrected this to 2 significant figures. Also, like this 9 here, some will bring down this 9. This is very wrong. Immediately after rounding up or rounding down, the number after the number of concentration, numbers, the remaining numbers, this is my point of concentration here. The remaining numbers represent them as zeros. So now we have 0.260. This is still the same as 0.026. Yes. So if you want, you can stop at here. We proceed to here. It's still the same thing. Now we move to question letter B now. It is also an interesting part. Now, just look at here. This is 2.034. We are asked to correct 2 significant figures. You need to identify your significant figures before you start counting. and always start counting from left to right. I see. It's different from when they say to the nearest 10, 100,000. That's where you are going to start from right to left. I see. But significant and decimals or tenths, to the nearest tenth is different from tens. I see. To the nearest tenth, 100,000, you start from left to right. I see. So we do the same thing. Always start from left to right for significant. Huh? Now, they say how many significant places? 2 significant places. Of course, we are going to start counting from here. This 2 here is important. This 0 here is not important, but here this 2 is important. It's a natural number. They are all important figures. Now, this is my 1 significant figure. This is my 2 significant figures. It falls under 0. Now, you need to be very careful. You can see the second question here, letter B. You can see 0 is in between 2 important numbers. I see. It's in between 2 natural numbers. So there we will consider this as an important figure there. I see. I don't know whether you're getting the point. Now, but they say how many? 2 signals. We are going to stop at 3. If they say 3, we proceed to this 3. If they say 4, we proceed to here. I see. But they say 2 significant figures, meaning we are going to stop at it. Now you trace a line under that 0. Now, the next step that you are going to do is to check the number next to it. I see. The number next to this 0, which is what? 3. If that number is 5 or more than 5, we round up. But if that number is less than 5, we round down, or we leave it like that. You see? That is, we leave it like that. But if you check here, this 3 is less than 5. So we are going to leave it like that. That is, we round down. Huh? So our final solution will now be 2.0. Now, look at this. I told you, immediately after the point of concentration, the remaining numbers represent them as 0, just like here. Immediately after this point, the remaining number will be represented as 0. So also, immediately after this point of concentration, the remaining numbers represent them as 0. So this 3 will going to be 0, and this 4 will going to be 0. So we have 2.00. This is the same as 2. I see. Now we try this one. You can try this. Give him a close. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe for more videos. I have uploaded many videos you can go through. This is my channel, Ibrahim Ajame MO2S. Thanks for watching. Bye.